Hey everybody, it's Michael, Bay Area Hiking Guys. I'm here with Beth. We're just out here doing a little hiking, but we're going to be talking about this coronavirus stuff, some of the new news that came out with the Regional Park District as far as the trail closures go. Some of the trail closures, some of the park closures that are going on, the closing of the bathrooms, and all the trail etiquette and trail safety. All right, stay tuned. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about that. We just recently got some information regarding the trail safety, the trail closures, some of the trail closures, some of the parking lot closures that are going on within the Regional Park District. So you want to talk more about that, Beth?
Yes. Okay, just a little background information. On March 16th, we were issued by our governor a shelter-in-place order, which means that they want you to stay home except for essential activities. And one of the essential activities that they listed was getting outside for exercise. So the parks and trails are open, providing you social distance, keeping 6 feet away from other people, and following certain other restrictions, but that's the main one. And let's see, that was on March 16th, and the following weekend, everybody was taking full advantage of this order and going out to the beach, especially the beaches in Marin, all the Marin County parks up in the headlands and Stinson Beach, and crowding bumper to bumper traffic and totally abusing their privilege. So all the parks in Marin were closed. They closed them all, closed everything. National parks, state parks, Mount Tam, all the county parks, all the beaches, everything just shut down. And that was last week, that was earlier this week. And then just yesterday, all our parks, pretty much our parks have been open, except the bathrooms are closed and waters is not available, but most of the parks and most of the trails have been open. But yesterday they closed some things because, again, the weekend before in Sunol, it was crazy. Parking lots were overflowing, people everywhere, people picnicking, going out in the creek, hanging out, just thinking like it's party time, And the general manager of the Parks District said that's the busiest he's ever seen the parks. He's never seen it like that. So they closed, so for instance, they closed Sunol yesterday, and they limited access to some other parks that are more popular, like Redwood. The Redwood Gate is closed. Various other closures, but our point is, if you aren't being socially responsible and social distancing, which means keeping 6 feet away from people, these privileges are going to get taken away. These parks are going to be closed, and we're not going to be able to get out and hike. We're not going to be able to go outside, except for maybe to walk up your sidewalk in your neighborhood. So please be responsible. We don't want these parks to close.
You were mentioning there was an incident that happened in the Santa Clara County area recently, right? With the particular trail runner,
Yes.
a woman.
There was a woman trail runner who was running in a park in Santa Clara County, and a young man came up really close to behind her, and she asked him to back away, and then he ran alongside her, just getting really close to her, and she got really scared about it. He started harassing her. Then he went and got another person, another guy, and they were both harassing her. They were throwing things at her. I think they coughed on her. A really scary incident that happened. And most people out here are being great. I mean, most of the people I've run across are being, really friendly and nice, and everybody's behaving themselves pretty well. But then there's jerks like that just ruin it for everybody. So please be careful out there.
Yeah, and they've got safety tips that you can do when regional park district list, right? There's stuff that you can do as far as like opening up gates, using your hiking poles.
Yeah, I use my my hiking poles to open up gates, or I keep gloves in my pocket, like disposable gloves in my pocket, and open the gate with that, or just pull your sleeve over your hand like this and open it. You know, you can do it that, or open it with your shoulder, with your elbow. Don't touch the gate with your hand, because that the coronavirus can stay on a surface for up to 17 days. It stays in the area, and you don't know who has come along and touched that gate prior to you. Also, bring hand sanitizer with you. Good idea. Carry hand sanitizer on you. There's no water, there's no soap or water, or a place to wash your hands out here, so do that too. Use a lot of hand sanitizer. Don't congregate in parking lots. No picnicking. You're not supposed to sit at picnic tables. You're just supposed to either be walking or hiking or running.
And then pack in your trash, right? So
right.
pack in your trash, whether it's garbage, dog fecal matter, or an orange rind. Pack it in, take it home with you, throw it out there. You were noticing a bunch of dog fecal matter bags that are just piled up in an area.
Yeah, in Las Trompas. Last weekend, there's a bunch of people out there too, which is great. People are getting out, and it's great. But just be responsible. You know, I saw like where the garbage can usually is. There's no garbage can, so people just left their doggy bags sitting there. There's like 20 of them piled up. I don't know who's going to pack it out. I don't know who's going to come and collect it. Just remember, there's no trash service. There's no bathrooms. And keep your distance from people. Keep 6 feet away. If you're on a single track, you may have to pull off the side of the trail and let that person go. Just be patient. And if you're on a wider trail like we are today, it's pretty easy to pull over to one side. But you just have to be careful. This is how this thing is spread. It's spreading like wildfire. We just have to be careful to keep your distance from people. If people aren't doing it, the privilege is going to get taken away. It's that simple.
And we don't want to have that. Beth doesn't want to have it. I don't want to have it. A lot of other people don't want to have it. And I know that people aren't working. Some of the people aren't working right now. Families don't know what to do. All these schools are shut down. So we've got to have good trail etiquette. We've got to have understanding of the coronavirus rules, so we can keep this thing under control. And we don't want to have our park shut down, because that wouldn't be fun for anybody, because then everybody's all trapped inside. They start going batty. So it's good to have good etiquette, but it's also important, a lot of these younger teenagers out there are not really caring too much about this whole thing. So we need to do a better job of informing them if they live within your household. Let them know what's going on and have a better understanding of it, because, going out and hanging out with your buddies, and going on the trail and collectively, whether it's 5 or 10 of them, is not a good thing at all. We need to make sure that we are putting these restrictions on your kids as well, and letting them know. It can't be having that.
Yeah, you should social distance from anybody who doesn't live in your immediate household, are the rules. If there are people that live with you, that's fine. You've all been together in the same household. If it's your friends, you're supposed to keep 6 feet away from them. So you see these kids, barreling up the trail all close together. They don't all live together. 6 guys who are barreling up the trail, like I saw the other day in Las Trompas. Those kids don't all live together. So they're breaking the rules.
So everybody, just letting you know, I know this is really hard for a lot of people. We're doing our best to. Hey folks, how we doing? Okay. We're doing our best to just get through this. This is allowing us to open our eyes and see a lot of things that's going on in the world, and to really get a better understanding of what leadership really is, because this is when it really shows its finest. So let's hope we get some great leaders out there. I'm not going to get too political, and then there's some other ones that are, well, not going to get into it, but this allows you to see people taking that true color leadership when things are kind of going upside down. So we're going to get through this. I know it's hard. We will get through it. Hiking is a great way to get outdoors and enjoy yourself and kind of ease that stress up, because stress isn't really good for you. And I'm going to continue to do these videos, whether it's in my backyard or out in the woods, as much as possible, to keep you guys informed and educate you guys when maybe you're home, or an educational lesson for the kids. All right, anything else you want to say, Beth?
No, that's about it. Stay safe, everybody.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate it. And hang in there. Thanks to all the nurses and doctors, the people on the front lines. I'm an essential member. I'm a public authority member for independent living. So people work in the grocery stores, thank you so much for everything you're doing. It means a lot to me and Beth and everybody on the Bay Area Hiking Guide team. Even you, Lego. So thank you so much for everything, folks, and have a great day. Stay safe.